What's going on, people, and welcome back to Premier League predictions for game week 8 starting this week. First up, we've got Forest versus Chelsea. Forest, I think they've got a lot of issues right now, and the only one to blame is the owner. He brought it all upon himself, and when they got rid of Nuno, I knew it wasn't going to go well. So yeah, I fancy Chelsea for this one. They've been pretty decent this season so far, and I expect them to have the quality to go there and get the 3 points. 2-0 to Chelsea. Brighton versus Newcastle. I'm going to go with Newcastle in this one. I think that it might be a bit of a tighter one, but I feel like Newcastle are a bit more informed than Brighton. They're a bit up and down, Brighton. They can beat anyone on their day, but I feel like Newcastle do have a bit more depth and quality. I'm going to go Newcastle. I'm going to go 2-1. Burnley versus Leeds. I actually think this might be a stalemate. I feel like there's not a bunch of difference between the two teams. I think Sunderland are by far better than these two, and these two are kind of fighting out more. I think Leeds have looked slightly better so far, but Burnley have had their moments. I'm going to go with a stalemate in this, in a draw, 1-1. Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth should be one of the games of the week. Both exciting teams, both teams that have improved so much and very cemented their place in the league. I'm going to edge it to Palace. But the way Bournemouth have been playing themselves, it wouldn't surprise me if they could get a result either. I'm going to go Palace. I'm going to go 2-1. Manchester City versus Everton. Everton have been a lot better in recent weeks. I think Grealish is firing. I think they're going to be fine this season. Manchester City look like they're starting to warm up a bit now. They got off to a very slow start. They're starting to look like they're gelling a bit more now. And I think City might edge it because of that reason. I'm going to go City, 1-0 to City. Sunderland versus Wolves. I've been very impressed with Sunderland's start. Wolves are struggling a bit. I know Larsson's been injured, so they haven't sort of had him. But I still think even if he's been playing, they would still be in a similar situation. I'm going to go with Sunderland in this one. Been very impressed with them since promotion. I think they'll get the 3 points. 2-0 Sunderland. Fulham versus Arsenal. Should be a result for Arsenal in this, but Fulham can be tough and Arsenal are away. I still am going to edge it to Arsenal. I think if they turn up, they'll get the result. Fulham can be tricky, as I said, but I expect Arsenal to have enough quality to get the 3 points, but they have to go and do it, obviously. I'm going to go 2-1 away. Tottenham versus Villa. Villa looks slightly better in recent weeks. They're starting to pick up results now. Watkins has got on the score sheet a little bit. Marlon as well. Tottenham have been inconsistent already. They should have the side to get a result in this one, but Villa, as I said, have been picking it up recently. So I'm going to go with a draw in this one. I'm going to go 2-2. Liverpool versus Manchester United in the big one. It's not got the same weight that it used to have in terms of, because the teams, there's such a wide berth between the two sides nowadays that even though it is a massive game, it's not in a sense as well, because we're so far off it compared to them. But anything can happen on any given day, but I do expect Liverpool to win this one. I'm going to go 3-0. And then lastly, for game week 8, we've got West Ham versus Brentford. West Ham, I never know what to predict with them. They do struggle a lot, but then they pick up results against teams I don't necessarily expect them to. Brentford, I think on the whole so far, have done very well. They've slipped up recently, but on the whole, as I said, over the 7 games played so far, I think they've done better than people would have expected of them, including myself. I'm going to edge it to Brentford. 2-1 Brentford. So that is it for game week 8 Premier League predictions. Drop yours in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In a bit.